This is top speed today.
Don't let your life ignore the man.
So the algorithm, or what the algorithm thinks you want, is car building content. So I'll probably play some of that while I'm talking through some of my ailments and stuff, just so you don't have to see me and so you can see some of the stuff we've been working on. So in the background here, this is the Porsche, the 911 from 1977. And what we're doing here is we are welding on fenders. All right, so I guess it's best to tell you what's been going on. So it kind of started about 3 months ago. I've had a bad back for a while, and every now and then it'll kind of flare up to a point where I'll see a doctor. They'll usually put me on some steroids, and that kind of kicks it, and we're back in business. This time we did that during the course of steroids. It actually got a lot worse. On the Porsche, we're making some progress. We are actually tacking on a new wide fender. So here's what the original side looks like. And this customer kind of really wants that wide body look. So these are actually metal fenders. And what we did is we originally tacked everything in place, and then we cut right along the seam, and then we're able to kind of push it in, tack again, push it in, tack again, so it actually has a really nice even seam. But this will be fully welded and we'll kind of blend it so it'll look very nice. Minimal body work. Oh yeah. We are reinforcing the suspension. So there's plates that we were purchased, some typical wear points or weak points from the Porsche. All right, so the difference this time, it was leg pain. I kind of thought initially like I had strained my hamstring. Again, so just a lot of pain kind of where your hamstring goes, back your leg and back your knee. And it took me a while, but I finally figured out that that wasn't a hamstring strain. It was actually nerve pain. And it kind of was extreme when I would change positions, like from sitting to standing. So before I saw the spine and pain specialist, I did MRI, and that showed some problems with my disc area, L5S1. And basically my disc had kind of lost most of its fluid, and the bone kind of underneath it had discolored on the scan, which meant I can't remember if that means it's harder or softer than usual.
It's that L5S1. These are all pretty normal looking discs here, but that one you can see it's more of a black color, which means it's lost its fluid, and you can see it really protruding into the canal. Okay. Right there, that's bulging left-sided right there.
Is this the spinal cord there? Or
yeah.
But anyways, it showed that I had things going into my spinal cord, essentially pinching on the nerves in my spine. So anyway, I got referred to different specialists, spine and pain specialists. The thought with the spine and pain specialist was to do some corticosteroid injections to see if it could kind of relieve any of the swelling, kind of reduce pressure on the nerve. And yeah, that didn't work. Tried it, but it didn't work. They said the only other option was surgery. So surgery would entail essentially an incision going into that spot, L5S1, to relieve some of the pressure on the nerve. The pain was getting worse. I could not sit for basically any duration of time. I could stand, I could walk, but I couldn't really sit. So again, like getting in and out of a car was pretty bad. Trying to do things around the shop was not easy as well. They sent me to a surgical specialist. At that time, things were getting worse to the point where I couldn't stand or walk. But the only thing I could do was lay down. So went in for surgery. So I think this video is going to be a little bit shorter. So I don't know if I'm going to do an advertisement. God, look at this bill. Guess we'll be doing an advertisement after all.
This is the Redtiger F7 NP, a clear and powerful 4K dual dash cam that watches the front and the rear of your car at the same time. Is the rear dash cam with cable, and then you've got the power cable. So let's go find a vehicle and get this installed. All right, this is the car of choice. This is a beauty. And it needs a dash cam. Yep. Just mount the front camera on the windshield, place the rear camera at the back window, plug in the power, and you're ready to drive with full protection. So here is the app, and it's got a built-in GPS, so it kind of knows exactly where you are. But yeah, look, you got the front-facing one, G sensitivity. We're gonna go with low, and then we can also access our playback. This is any of our videos. Download them to our phone via Wi-Fi, just like that. The front camera records in sharp 4K, and the rear camera records in clean full HD, so you get clear video from both sides. With a wide 170-degree front view, you can see more of the road and reduce blind spots. Even at night, it still captures bright and detailed videos because of its large lens and smart HDR technology. It also has built-in Wi-Fi and GPS, so you can see your videos on your phone and save your route and speed automatically. There is a bright 3-inch IPS touchscreen, making it easy to check your videos, change settings, and play back footage anytime. And with 24/7 parking mode, your car stays protected even when you are not there. If your car gets bumped, the G sensor locks the video so it cannot be deleted. Loop recording makes sure it keeps filming even when the memory card gets full. If you haven't upgraded your car's safety yet, now is the perfect time to get the Redtiger F7 NP. This is even better. What did they say? 3-hour surgery? 3-hour surgery, or at least 3 hours from now. Hopefully everything will be better.
So after the surgery, the surgeon said that they found the problem. They said basically there was some calcified bone that had become dislodged and embedded on my nerve. So basically when I would move, it would pinch or jab my nerve, which would cause a lot of pain. They said the surgery was successful. This is me post-surgery. They said I'm supposed to do some walking, so not doing walking. The leg pain is, I'll say, pretty much gone. There's a lot of back pain just from the surgery. I do have some numbness in my left foot that I'm hoping will go away at some point. But hopefully this gets me better and back in the shop, working on some of those builds. So I do apologize for some of the content that hasn't been awesome, but we haven't done them quite as frequently, and we're trying to get some of these things done so you guys can see some of the finished products. So hopefully this will allow me a little more time to do that. But the folks in the shop have still been working on things. So look forward to sharing more content with you. I'll do it for this time. See you next time.